think that the pandemic, while it has brought a greater dependence upon technology, do you think, though, that it's also brought a greater awareness of its insufficiency at the same time?
I do. Yeah, I do, for the reasons I just shared.
Right.
For example, for me as a pastor and a church leader, we've got about 50% of our people who've come back to church in person. And then we've still got a lot of people who are, watching online. And it's interesting to me because some of them haven't come back for like valid health concern reasons. And we could argue whether the concerns are valid or not. But what can't be argued is that some of these people really desperately want to come back, but they personally are still worried. They're still uncomfortable. COVID, all of that. And so that's valid. The people who have not come back, and it's not like because they're concerned, they've just, again, been rehabituated. I actually think it's not because in-person doesn't matter. It's because what the separation from embodied church has revealed to them and about them is that the church was never really, it never took a primary role in their life, that they never really were all that in, and I don't say that as a critique. I say that with great sadness. One of the things that's really sad for me is I think a lot, and I think often, about people who are marginal, people who were just starting to sort of explore the church, explore spirituality and Christianity when the pandemic hit, because they never had a chance to firmly, deeply entrench themselves in the life of our community. And my guess is that now, after a year and a half, because they were never really firmly entrenched, there's a very good chance that for many of them, they're just like, I got better things to do on a Sunday. And that's really heartbreaking. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They just never experienced, they never tasted and saw how good it is to experience being deeply embedded in the people of God. So ultimately, I think across the spectrum, those who've returned, those who have not, and those who were really marginal before the pandemic, I think what it's done is it's revealed to us the things that took priority in our lives. And for those for whom the church was a priority, I can't tell you how beautiful it's been. The first several weeks that we gathered, how many tears we saw in people's eyes because it was so life-giving to them and to me, for us to be able to be in the same room singing together, breaking bread and taking of the cup together. That kind of stuff, man, you just can't do that online.